Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Rome Total War. I am Mercian Wolf and we are playing as the Julii. So we left it off about to start this battle here. So as you can see, as we explained last time, all of the siege equipment, we don't need that this time. So let's just go ahead and go to the battle. So we click this button here and then we see the overview. Okay, and as we can see here, I have 638 men. They have 241. Lower the music a bit there, it's a bit loud. Okay, so this is the overview. If I was to auto-resolve it, I would probably, I would win, but I would probably lose a lot more than if I did the battle manually. Okay, so especially this is the first one, so we're definitely going to fight this one. So fight battle on the battle map. And we get like a cool zoom in onto the battleground there. And this was definitely way ahead of its time. Considering this was
slaves may think of victory, but we should make them think kindly of their masters' whips. They are dead.
The general gives a speech there at the start of the battle. It's always the same. As I was saying, considering this was 2004 when this was released, I mean, if you look here, you can see the hills in the background there. It is based on the terrain of where the battle is taking place on the overview map. So that is amazing considering, when this was released. Okay, so this is the overview of the battle map. One thing I do not like about this is the mouse cursor. Let's just use the arrow buttons for now. Okay, so this is our army. As we can see, we have the cavalry. Okay, we have our archers. We have our infantry. And we have the spearmen and the archers and the pelotes. So normally that is where we need to go. We need to go inside there and take it. So if this was a walled settlement with defences, you can see the line. That would be a wall, and we would need to have battering rams and things like that to take it down. So what we're going to do here is we're going to spread our army into two. Okay, so we're going to put 2 units of first starter here, and these units are going to have the archers behind them. That is because, well, like I said earlier, I love attacking with archers. It makes everything so much easier. Now we do want to go for the two-pronged approach. We want to put the general behind these guys as well, just in case they make them feel better. I tend not to use them unless they're running, because if they die, then that's very bad. And we're just going to group this up into a group, control 1. And then we've got the other 2 units of Astarte, which we're going to put on the other side. Okay, so we're going to put that around here, so that they can go up here and flank. So we're just going to line them up here. Put the pelotes behind. Okay. I probably won't use the pelotes. Don't really like them because they're just so ineffective. They only have probably 5 or 6 throws, and then they're useless. I try not to use them as much. So we have the 2 units, the 2 armies in place. We have one over here that's going to attack head on, and then the other one is going to flank them. So let's hit start battle and begin. So the first thing we want to do is we want to move the infantry up, okay, and we want to put the archers a little bit behind them, and then we want to put the general there. Okay, so we're also going to do the same on the other side. This army, we're going to move them forward as well, so that they're ready. Okay, let's get them in position. Now, because everyone's moving, we can speed it up a little bit. watch them. Look, you see this button here? It allows you to run and press R, but that tends to tire them out and they perform worse in battle. So if you're impatient like me, it's better to just hit triple game speed and then they go up as if they are running at normal speed, but they still have the energy. Alright, so these guys are in position, so let's move them up a little bit more. So we want really to make 3 lines so that they can all throw their spears, their javelins, whatever they call. They have a fancy name for them. I can't remember what it is. Alright, these guys are almost in place, so let's move them. There we go. Have the abilities behind. Alright, we get in there. This should be a very short battle. I mean, they don't even have a general here. It's just going to be a captain. Alright, so what we want to do, because we want them to throw their things, otherwise they will just go directly into battle, and that's not what we want. So we want to toggle the fire wheel mode on, and we'll do the same with these guys. So if they do attack us, then we will throw our javelins before they hit us. So let's move a little bit further forward. Archers further forward. Now they should have their auto fire on, so they'll start firing soon. And you guys just want to move a little bit further forward.
Units!
There we go. Here, I think.
Units! Forward!
Behind.
General!
Alright, so we're pretty much in place now. This won't take too long. So let's use these to fire, so it lets us know. Oh, there we go. Right, so what we can do is we can use these fire flaming arrows. And all that does is scares them, but it's not really very good because when it scares them, what it does is it makes them flee. And considering they're in the place that they would flee to, it's kind of pointless. And they're not very accurate, they're not very deadly, so we don't want to use those. So, get my archers to fire on these peasants. Their peasants are terrible, they really are. They just crumble. So, why are they not firing? Come on, guys. Right, there we go. Alright, so they had 116 in this peasant regiment. And they still have weapons. Alright, something's a bit wrong here. Let's move further up. Something seems wrong. That's the they're not targeting the warband either. So they're just being terrible shots. That's right then. I hope I lost a man. I don't understand how I lost a man. What did he die from? Exhaustion? Strange. I really don't know what's going on here. I really don't know why these arrows are not killing them. Oh gosh. It's probably because they're on a hill. They can't see. Alright, well, anyway, let's just go and attack these because, you know, that's what we came in to do.
Orders completed! Hastati!
Alright, so they move forward, the warbands move forward. Alright then. So we can make these guys run. Make these guys run as well. Do the abilities up to here. Now, as you can see, the peasants are just useless there. So, what we want is, we want these guys to stop. And we'll attack them like that. Attack with the spears. So this is going to be a very short battle, like I said.
The gods have filled the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
We don't want to use these because, you know, friendly fire does exist, I believe, in this game. So we don't want to kill our own guys. Same with the... So they'll be free firing. So, yeah, just quickly killing these guys. And this will be over in a matter of seconds. There's really no one left. There we go.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
Yeah, let's just kill the one guy left. There we go.
Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory!
Okay, so when the battle finishes, this menu comes up, and I've got to be honest, that's lost a lot more men than I wanted to. I lost 31 guys. I didn't really want to lose that many, if I'm being honest. But here, as you can see, the casualty list and the casualties that are inflicted. And then, you know, at the end of the battle, depending on your general as well, you get some of them back. So as we can see here, we got 2 Hastati from this guy, even though they lost 20. So, I mean, overall, not the greatest because we lost 31 guys, but still, it's okay. We got a new town, which is important. Okay, awesome.
Victory!
So,
This land is Roman!
now whenever you take a settlement, you do get 3 choices. You get occupy, enslave, or exterminate. Now, occupy just leaves everything as it is, nothing changes. And that's good when it's a small town, small village like this one, which is what we're going to do. Enslaved populace is, for example, if you don't want to destroy the culture of the place, but you want to, you know, lower the population so they're not as angry. And then you get that population in your other towns because, you know, they're slaves. And then the last one is just to exterminate the populace. Now, I tend to do this with big towns because it gets you a lot of money, gets you back to square one, allows you to build all of the things Roman or Britannic or Germanic or whatever, whichever faction you use. But right now, I mean, 500 people killed, that's pointless, 350 denarii, no, I'd rather just occupy it. There we go, because the Senate have given us 5,000 denarii, and because it's scripted, you get this all the time. Okay, so, it's awesome. So, now that that's happened, we'll probably get another message from the Senate in the next couple of turns, and I would likely suspect they'll want us to take one of these two towns off the Gauls, which would of course mean going to war with them. So what we're going to do first is we're going to build the town here. So we're going to build this governor's house, which allows us to build other things, and we're going to put it up to a high tax rate because we want that money coming in, because we're actually going to be training a lot of soldiers now because, well, we need to prepare for a war with the Gauls, which is coming. I can guarantee that. So, yeah, so we can't train any troops here because we don't have any barracks, we don't have anything here, there's literally nothing. Okay, and then the army that we do have here. So, as you can see, the only way, the one downside to this is the troops don't replenish unless you do it manually, which is, you know, a bit of a pain in the backside. So, to do that, if you know, instead of, you know, healing all of them and potentially losing the experience for all of them, what you do is you just move them over. There we go. Fill them up, and then you just have that one unit there, which is 31 soldiers short. And if I wanted to, I could send that guy back to Arretium and get him replenished. But we're not going to do that. Not right now, anyway. So, we now have the 3 towns, and we have a lot of money. But we can't actually do anything with the money right now, unfortunately. So we just have to, you know, end our turn, end the first turn of the game. So let's do that and see what happens. Okay, so the Gauls are reaching out to us. Trade rights now. What a you know. Normally you can get money out of this. Depends. So I will demand a single payment of 100 denarii. Let's see what they say. And they accept it. So I could probably go more. Oh well, never mind. But, you know, it's still 100 denarii, and we have the trade rights, which means a little bit of extra money, which is what we want. Okay, so like I said in the last video, now if we go to the family tree here, now like I said, this, you know, there's a girl here in the family, and in the next few turns we'd probably be offered a guy to marry her, and then we could use him as a general, which is precisely what has happened here. Now this guy is 24 years old, so he's probably got 30 to 40 years, so that's like 60 turns. The problem with him is he's not very good. Let's be honest, he's literally not very good at all. So I'm actually going to decline him because I don't like him. And immediately on the next turn we get a mission from the Senate, and they want us to take the settlement for the glory of the Empire. So Narbo Martius. So where is that? Well, that's all the way over here. Now that is a long way. And this one is very difficult in the sense that I can transport my troops over the water to get there, but there are normally a lot of pirate ships in this area. And we don't want to lose our armies in the sea. So with that one, I tend not to go for this one because it's too dangerous. We only have 10 turns, so to build an army big enough, probably need 5 or 6 turns, and then I need to have the ships to protect it, the navy, to get over there to take it. So I normally leave that one. So the chances are this will go after 10 turns. They'll be very angry with me, but then immediately they'll ask me to take one of these two, or maybe one of these here. But right now I'm not going to go for that one, okay? Because I just don't think it's worth it. Okay, so as you can see, we have 10,000 denarii, and then let's have a look. So end of turn report. So this happens every single turn. Lets you know how you're doing. So profits of 5,000. Yeah, which is what they gave us. So basically we didn't spend anything, we didn't lose anything. So we spent all this on recruitment and construction, and we got all this money in, so it's all good. So this is the report of all the buildings that have been built in your various towns. So the first one is the shrine to build up the happiness, which we agreed, which we said we needed. So now we're up to 135% public order. We can start building things that will bring us some money. So the trader. Okay, so increase in tradable goods and a population growth bonus, which is good because when this gets to 6,000, it becomes the next one in the line, the city, I believe. So we're going to build a trader. That takes 2 turns. 2 turns to build. Alright, so now this place is a little bit different because it's only on 95% public order, so I'm going to build the temple again because I want that extra happiness, that extra 10%. Now, when that is built, because I mean, if this didn't take 3 turns, I would build that. But because it takes 3 turns, I'm not going to do that. Now, this will go, and this will probably go down in that time. So, what I'm going to do is, because, let's just do Sagesta now, because this has built the governor's house, we can now build all of the various things from the other towns. So, we can build a barracks, trader, land clearance, roads, shrine. Now, I don't really want to do the shrine just yet because we're at 165% happiness, so we don't need it just yet. So we're going to go for the cheapest thing first. We go for the roads. That will bring us some money, allow us to move faster. Now, as I was about to say, in Arminium, what we can do is we can transfer some of the troops that we're training here over to there. Okay, so if we do that, that face has now gone green, they're happy, and we're going to continue training soldiers here. Now when you train soldiers, it does come out of the population. So for example, if I cancel that, 3998, now there are 80 soldiers in the Hastati, so 80 people have been taken from the population, which is pretty cool again. So that's what we're going to do there. Now, actually, maybe I should build this because the Hastati are going to be very important. Yeah, I'm going to cancel what I said. I'm going to build the barracks because I think the Hastati, having Hastati being able to be trained quickly is important. Okay, so that's all of that done. Now let's have a look at our diplomat. Now we've spoken to the Gauls, so we need to now go off and find the Germans. So we can have trade with those guys. And then we have our spy, who, like I said last time, is our scout.
Secrecy is assured.
So we're just going to scout around, find out. Okay, and like I said, we do get to see the other Roman factions expansion. So we can see Syracuse, we can see Apollonia. Okay, so there's not really much left to do in this turn. So we wait, we go to the next turn, but I think I'm going to leave it there for this video, and I will see you next time. So thank you very much for watching. I am Mercy Wolf, and I hope I can see you again in the next video. Thank you very much, and goodbye.